What's up, everybody? We are here at UFC 227. It's media day in LA, and all the big stars come out to play when you're in La La Land, and none bigger in the UFC than the flyweight champion and the owner of the longest consecutive record for title defenses, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson. And certain things happen every day. The sun comes up, you know what I mean? We all wake up in the morning, God willing, and Mighty Mouse is still the champ. Here you are with another title defense here at UFC 227. Henry Cejudo, the second time around. First time, you beat him in the first round with that knee to the midsection and then finished him. Another opportunity for you to defend your belt, and I think you've had more rematches than any champion that I can think of too. So here you are back again to fight Henry one more time.
Yeah, happy to be here and get ready to get in there and mix it up with Henry Cejudo again. And you know, you just said it, more rematches than any other champion. It just shows how dominant I have been as a champion.
Absolutely, and they keep getting better and improving. And you know, you said something, and I think you were on K-Rock. I watched it on Embedded. You were in there watching or doing an interview on K-Rock, and you said, well, hey, you know, everybody's saying they're in the gym and they're getting better and they're improving over 2 years, and you go, hey, what the hell do you think I've been doing for 2 years? And as they're getting better, you're getting better too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's not like after me, Henry fought the first time, I went off and just went into the shadows or did not even compete. You know, I continue my reign as a champion, going out there finishing majority of my opponents, and so I'm looking forward to getting there and see how much he's improved.
You know, he was only in his fourth fight in the UFC, and I always say he got rushed a little bit because maybe he was an Olympic gold medalist, and you know, obviously that helps with marketing, and they were running out of opponents for you. You had already beaten John Moraga and John Dodson and Joseph and those guys, so Henry might have gotten rushed a little bit. He's a lot better this time. He's a lot more mature as a fighter, and mentally that helps. What do you expect to see from him this time that you didn't see last time?
You know, I'm not sure, but when people will say the person got rushed, that's why you know, as an athlete, you got to make sure you have a long, extensive amateur career. Like I had like maybe 20 amateur fights, and then you know, that way if I got to the UFC or WEC and I got a title shot after 2 or 3 fights, I'll be well prepared. You know what I mean? So you know, we'll see what we see from him this Saturday night. I'm sure he's going to come out a little more caution and a little more patient, but let's go out there and fight.
And you do a little bit of everything, and you do it all great. I mean, you've won fights in so many different ways. You've been hit, you've been hurt, you've been in positions where you've been taken down, but you found different ways to win, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's a TKO, whether it's a decision. You just always seem to have that knack. Can you describe what that is? Kind of, for example, like what Anderson was able to do against Chael. He's losing the whole fight, and he chokes him out at the end.
Yeah, that's like, you know, it's never over till it's over. You know what I mean? Till you either get knocked out or till, you know, the 25 minutes is up. So for me, I'm going to push all the way till 25 minutes, whether I'm winning or losing.
Absolutely. Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson here, cage side at UFC 227. Another title defense. Do you think about the record much? I mean, probably thought about it more before you said it, but now you're just adding to it.
No, I don't think about the record at all. You know, I just try to stay focused, a task at hand, and stay healthy and keep on training and fighting.
How much has the game changed? Maybe describe it a little bit for us since you first came in, first won the belt, not only, you know, with the fight game in the UFC overall, but for you with your family growing and now with another one on the way.
Yeah, definitely. You know, with the UFC aspect of it, or the sport of mixed martial arts, it's definitely grown a lot more. It's more immediate intensify, and people are always trying to sell. To when I first got into sports, I would just fight, and win. And then, you know, as family life, you know, becomes the perfect balance. You know, with being married, have 2 kids, another on the way, it gives me that perfect balance. That way, when I'm at home, I'll focus on the children, and then when it comes time to get ready for a fight and all that stuff, then I have to start thinking about fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could have been here against TJ Dillashaw, who's right over there next to you, and you guys are both tremendous mixed martial artists, and really the definition of the term mixed martial artist. It used to be Demetrious that you could come in and be a wrestler and just beat people and even win a title like Brock or Kane did before Kane became. You can still do it, but now you have to be able to do everything.
Yes,
that's the thing. It really is mixed martial arts now.
Yes, yeah, right? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. But I'm sure you'll still see more wrestlers come out of here and get belts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good base to start with, right?
100%.
What have you improved the most over the last few years since you've had the belt that's enabled you to stay where you are and keep getting better?
Overall, everything, you know, my mentality, my focus going into the fights, my skill set, obviously, and just getting used to competing.
You know, we talked before we started the interview about people overlooking your opponent, and you made me look good last night. I appreciate that. You told everybody to learn from me, and you really put me over, man. So I owe you one, I owe you dinner for something for that. But it's true. I mean, I think we were 8 questions deep before anybody even asked about Henry, and it was me. So this happens all the time to you. Oh, he's just going to beat him. He's going to beat him. He's going to beat him. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? And I'm just wondering, as an elite athlete, so much of it is mental. How do you keep all of that from getting into your mind and thinking maybe you are that great and you maybe like let that seep in?
I never had got that problem, growing up. I've always wrestled, and I've, done cross country, track, and you lose some, you win some. But at the end of the day, the only thing you can focus on is what you can control, which is training and all that stuff. So everybody in here, might be, overlooking my opponent, but I'm not. I've been training my ass off and ready to go out there and just show what I've been doing.
On the big stage in LA, big money fights coming your way in the future. You're a father, you're a champion fighter, you're a gamer.
Yep.
What else are you?
Entrepreneur. There we go. Just throw that one out there.
Gaming entrepreneur, or what else are you doing?
Gaming entrepreneur. Just really focused on building my brand in the gaming space. Really trying to get, got a YouTube channel going on right now. Got the Twitch channel going on. So just focusing on that stuff. When I'm not getting ready for a fight, that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on that other side of my brand.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's more for my son, because I'm the dad who comes from the old school, and my dad would say, hey, you got to get off those games. And I told my son one day, I said, hey, you're never going to make any money doing this. Then he showed me a few YouTube channels, and I just went, whoa.
Back on it right
Bad
now,
advice for a dad, right, these days?
Yeah. My son, he wants to kind of do a YouTube channel, like with insects and all that stuff. And so I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet, but I'm almost leaning towards, I think I might give you a shot to do some YouTube for some bugs. But we live in Seattle, so there's not very exotic bugs out there.
No, and I saw your wife doesn't like the bugs much.
She's not, but she supports us. That's all that matters. She supports us.
Behind every good man is a good woman. You heard it from right here, the champ, the all-time record setter, Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson. Anything else you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
I'm good, man.
All right, Mighty Mouse, the champ here, cage side. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You're a great champion, really good person. Good luck against Henry.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Mighty Mouse Johnson here at UFC 227 Media Day, cage side seat.